And I said, yeah, yes, it can be a body at man for so be basintino a buying at the value for money office bill 2026. Aquato Ghana Mrashet be your fiesta 1 year and 2. Abusia dia ya boboso yi ene afoforo binom ya aka na enwumre yi ya bekenkan no don hwere baako e dia somo sa prime time kase e wo Fache TV so ya sound them live e wo Facebook e ya Fache TV wa join e wo ho a no like no share no obi ahwebi ensama enwumre ya de bramu no nyina ya boaboa no e dia kogu facheonline.com wokọ hoso a obenya bi akenkan makenkan fo enwumre yi eyeme AFIA chumwa Kaakyire mene
Obrempong Lisbon Perry Ewie yenhye kase na se na yemfa munchiremu hodo emfa ensomode a Kumasi Kropon Beja KMA na mekan wonum boss panyini ya woda no Kin Zuba ya wofre no Richard Oforia Jiman Bodi enei wo Fache TV so daybreak jumadi a yedie wo fidua mu ha na yene no etwetwe nkomo enkomodie mu na ebebo mu se se oba Kumasi secondary technical school a wonum infrastructure pa enyoma hodo a ewo honum beboa ama school sam atimi akoso na adesua akoso na ahonidie nso atimi agina brane wo wonum school mu honum mankankane sabi wonum agana bia ene bia ya asukufo no ebedware die enkamea yese edana koma so pa na waje hu a woda wona eno nti wosre ewiase Ghana ene nipa hodo a wonum ensem wobie ankorankora adwumadie ahodo companies ahodo a munyina moka ho se momrai na yenka yen humom na yenkoboa KSTS said ye be ya wonu magyanan ane bia ya wode won ti beto won dan ne ho ene de keka ho nyina wo betumi akoye won moa na aboa ama adesua atumi agina brani e wo KSTS ebra Richard Ofori Bodi di nkomo no sei e na wo ka ne nsem
se Kumasi fu nyina be boa me pa na yejeje ntuboa na ye ya me bunko zo apacho senka ebetime de bosom yesi ho nanka bia nipa be ye 1000 amu bia ma me 500 cities ama me dia ko KSTS enmenimi ya mo disaster bi o ha pese me yifu o me da amena
omo septic tank
o be bia mo fa na da ne be bia o jamna a pribia se ka se mo ya ye dia ma me se man force ye mba esomu Mami, yes, I didn't mamma fan for money. And it is not a place I wish for any of my children to sleep. So, would when you cocoa, who tremors school for pow? But who will not especially now? It's a disaster. Minyani papa, Momas, Mamma, Coco, and moi. Come on, I think it was. Maybe.
I'm sure it's a call.
We want to work.
We'll pick up the
issue. I really want to work. I don't have the resources that will push me to do the kinds of work that I want to do. Because
Mama yenyina yenkeka yensase na yemwa said ye be ya yebekọ akodum KSTS for na aboa ama yetimi aboa wonu mo sa kwan ne so na wokasa wie ye mpanimfo sorry nkonwa so wo day break so ɛna facha newsroom yɛbɔ anan ekopie mu wɔ sukuu mu hɔ na yɛkɔ yɛ ne yɛkyerɛ mu sɛ sei ɛna Richard Ofori Boadi Agiman eka ɛno nti mpanimfoɔ mo so msɛn de paa pɔte ɛna wɔ sukuu mu ha na ɔmo se bo momra na yɛmfa mo nkɔ ranso na ɛno na yɛkopie mu yɛde yɛn cameras ekopie mu wɔ hɔnom na nneɛma esi wɔ hɔnom no ɔpanimpa ya wɔno nso wɔyɛ kyerɛkyerɛni ɛwɔ sukuu mu hɔ nana owusu ɛne yɛn edi nkɔmɔ ɛde fa washrooms ɛho ɛwɔ sukuu nim sei ɛna wɔka ne nsɛm
ya minu ya sɛnea waba yɛ so aba behunu no nkɔla no washroom yi ɛyɛ mɛka sɛ dilapidated that yɛbɛka ɛyɛ agyanan bi a asɛe na but we have nothing to do yɛni bi nti nkɔla no ɔmo mmea ɔmo ani kɔ so saa the same time sɛ ɔmo sa sɛ nsuo horo so and one major problem yɛwɔ sisi here and say look at the distance from this place to the classroom very close. And the stench, pampaya a free area, bese duba kon say no. Na pampani in our classroom, and do ye chireni na oh sa area ha make a drew area free sa duba ko eko wuntimi enyina ho ncha na kwa osua de na enkan ete se esa nam nitrim yare kwa ide achiri nti ya chechefo ne ye mofra ne nyina ye wo hawo ye wo hawa nukreni ye sre ankrankre wona nyame ato sem se ne medi nka aka ne se adwuma ati se no ugya ato aban ko aso ada ben na aban a o Ghana school to nyina obetimi awie na waba yes it will take a long time but se ye nso ye de ho gimu a the support of the populace whether you have been a student here before or not nya no na ye hwe se ankrankre obi be ba ye age no be ka che se KSCS true Fache TV, me hunu story way, nya metimi aye na me de aboa mo nie. Onyame be hira no pi. And that is the appeal that we are making. We are calling on any individual, any group of persons. Yenya student, past students.
Asukufo no nso de wonum ano etomu bi esre mpanimfo se wonum sre wo mo a womra na womeye wo mo afri se de wonum te ho no sebi ensem fata suku no.
Pamcho aha KST enkola ye wo sukuma ni na ebi atete form ebi so eginegina ho ene yedidi ebi kura na ewo wo ha eginegina ha nti yesre aban ne mpanyufo a wo musem wo bi sanka wo enye den emboa na yentimi nya furnitures ne nkonya ye betimi atena
our washroom senior high technical school. Our washroom is very bad. We are facing a lot of challenges in our school, but we can say so. If you have something you can do for us, please kindly come and support for us. We are suffering. KSTS, we need your help, so please support us.
Authority, suffer a boy street with a tea bibli ebi there's yet or call oma almost a problem or massive to be a Jew there starting a boss by Diana a partnership with her. It is a major threat.
And no arehosem ya ekoso ewo KSTS na wan hwe ya na saadie ekofa yade pa de abesan sukufo no kom na ebi nso atesebo kumase ne monten so eno nti wonum sre ekotu sra ban ne mpanimfo ahodo a wonum ka bie wom se womra na womeye wommoa ewo saa kwanne so na yewie ye na ena ye course a de ye ni krotua wisi ene nam school mu ho na ye se yaba na ye kosa kwa ye san so ahwehwe eniyoma ahodo a ehia sukuu yi na empanimfo edutu yanim se biaya asukufo no ekotena se na wonum didie no de enkameya ye se aban a atwamukro ehye bibiase de ma wonum nanso ebesi nei wantimi anwie sikasem nti eno nti wosre empanimfo ene aban se womra na womeye omwa mmofra ne gina ho ene didie yekọ yede yani ekohu ye mmofra ye tete aduane de ma omo ebi tete fom ene de ka ho eno ena nana wusu eso esan de ensem ne bi eto ho de fa dan no ho de ma yen
More than 4,000 students. And see, Uber body now about 3,000 out of the 4,000, about 3,000 mere bodies, boys and girls. And I had Jenny, a daya mini ujinam eye, a daya, a banya uche muno, a bepe, how waha. Or yeah, now you say, oh, see, friend anya baby a yebedidie yebetim kra dia ye dan ho na assembly ho ya said ye wa no nti won page si ho fe sikasem ama wantumi anwie na okoye say ni America na say we enya aban enko a de so a oman no baby a yeduro ye woni ma pese ye beboa ye ma no on da ache a ye ka se ye ja de so ani nyina to aban enko a so a ontumi nye nti me de ma no betum bi said ye mayor kan ye no na ma stress wana akfa school yi mu pen enipa bi a wome ato won nsam na omo opepa so omo boa wana wo ho kire mu school yi ho kire yen pa ye hiamoa aban ye na fam de na so man force ya nso no so a ene ye bebre Ghana for ma ne gu school mu enye ba bia afo enye hanko a wo hwe so enkola yi die ye di table kura esisi wa hye nkonwa sade nka efata wo ko school bia mu a nkola ne tena se didie ma won ho no ye nya sa yes aduane no kura no mpanimfo a aduane no so no na ye hawa ma wo mo ye maame no mo abro mo anu aduane o mbegyina ntenten na achecha mankwala no nti mankwala no dodo na akura no oni ani je se o badan ni na waba bedidi ya na odine ni ahese no akoto diabote nka aduane aban abo kade abre wo mo a wo din na ya bo ano a ba o hwe ba bi a wo kwoje aduane na ye se wo aduane na agise tenten enyanyam bia ye mu bia na AFIA sa na tie disra na mesre se ese obaako fo ne nsa nso nyame ani kata aban ye na fam je biara obetumi o mankola enuane na school we se die ya hoden no wo fam ati se enuane ma fofra wo schools ahodo no bu mu a bia wo pagya bo hu se all students obekokra bia huge building to say all students see ye nkola afa school mu no enye ekunini sa enti ye ni amwa ne bi ba kakra no a omo atimi afam no ebinum kakra omo ye emrase bedwani mi a me de adesere koma no nkonwa ye tena susua de na eho aye na odi bi beboa e na so still how no ho me no ye ko be adan na nkwara no sua de sese ya no a bohu se ko class ekuta student population of about 50 nkonwa e wo ho kura nu 30 nti de omo tena so didi bench no omo didi wi ano masa amaso ko classroom na enu na omo sa akotena so asua de nti amaye a cheche for kra no o kira kra na de a se de o se nkom nya kwan tena se na bia person group work what me and name mu ahwe ene ade na eni nyina ye hawa maye nti indeed said the mayor kan
eno eye okyerɛkyerɛni a wɔkyerɛ de ɛwɔ KSTS nana wusu ene de sansɛm ne bi etudwa na ye na ye ne schoolfo no edi nkomo ne kyerɛ mu sɛ dining hall ne so ɛho nsɛm etesɛn sei na wɔka no
aban ana mpanyinfo a wɔn nsɛm ɛwɔ bi ɛwɔ de sɛ ɔmo ba boa na yɛnsi yɛn dining hall no maye emposi ebedidi a ye mempo meka ho bi mmɔfra ne kora yɛwɔ sukuu ma na ebi tete form ebi nso egyina ho ene yɛdidi ebi kura na yɛwɔ wɔ ha egyina yɛ nti yɛsrɛ aban ne mpanyinfo a wɔn nsɛm ɛwɔ bi sanka ɔmo enye den emboa na yɛntimi nya furnitures ne nkonya yɛbetimi atena so wɔ dining hall ha na yɛn dining hall no nso ɛyɛ uncompleted nko yɛ mo ansa dansa yim ko mo mboa na yɛntimi complete yɛ dining hall yim emaye
na ewei de yɛde to Ghana mpanyinfo ne mpanyinfo a ɔmo ɔman mu ha sɛ so ɔba ne school ha sɛ a yɛwɔ adan bebrebe yɛnsi nwie ɛba no yɛ dining hall ɛba no school adan ne bi yɛ science lab ICT lab ɛsa kɔ no dormitory so kɔ yɛ washroom a washroom ne sɛ ho hia paa course ɛma yɛ bebrebe sa kwana so kɔte yɛ bi a because of say school ne ɛwɔ Kumasi mfimfini nti betumi ɛde atese ɛwɔ Kumasi ase oba ne dining hall so yɛ surgeon hɔ ɛna yɛ ayɛ aduane nti yɛ de to companies mpanyinfo NGOs ambassadors obia obetumi abwa Kumasi Senior High Technical School say yehia mommoa yɛ furniture no so is very small yɛ nkonya no esusa yɛ science lab incomplete yam say mombra na mombeso yɛ asene ne
Yentoa kasia no so ewo ensem foforo emu ene anopay daybreak dwumadie so owura Richard ofori adwumai boadi abonomra ne se Kenzuba Kumasi kropon bedwa panipa woda no se mayor wone kwadwomafo edi mpunimpu na nansan ahwefo bekaya enchaye ene yebo amane se contractor ni esi santasi kosi ahodo dualization project no wasi kwan so a won mafrase eye na ora sampan kanike me mayor ono so ba fie ha ema wo ba beda no adipefe se ansa na obefiri ne office se KM boss no na won ma ye nkrata asem bia ya efa saa ekwantempon no ho amahu sika so won ma patch ho nanso anopai ya kinzu baba ye no wono so asisu dua se de sampan eka no e ya trosem nokra bia nim enti se hwan ene kopa sika se won fa nye santase ahojo dualization project no akwa ye twema mentwe na sade sampan edi kan ba fia ha wo bo na mane fa sika sem ho no yen hwe bimra
free interchange and intersection na flyover bi ewo Kumasi no MPP aban ni shedi
to say top martins are up to Santasi roundabout project na you who say no is the funding secured by the new
yes
party
JICA a grant
NDC for now
a grant a JICA grant I can give you I think I have copies on my phone but you are saying minutes of our discussions in our phone.
I see.
What they know it. I mean, what I'm glad. They say, "Woman buy, woman abandon, no much waso." See.
Enti said ye ojifo bosumi ya hyase ye Samuel Pine eba efia obebo na mane fa sikasem ya wonomo ekwaje to ho ansana ofri abemu enono nana Richard ofori agimai boadi kinzuba esoba ye no wo bisa se sampan se wonmo na kwaje sika ko secure funding no a wo bisa se sika no ehefa eno mo kwaje no na sika no yesen na wo mo de bedru ye no wo de koto he
Sampan, okay.
No, say
your
predecessor. No, say one na o secure funding no for Santasi roundabout.
Santasi roundabout to talk
about onya sen. Sika ne yesen. Osane da ben, osane parliament. Now osane KMA. Ehun sika sem no nkrata ewen.
Se na opejo.
So the Obrempong.
Yes.
Obrempong.
Yes.
Buffet teacher.
Yes.
The word secure, a definite. Mean castle boy, mean Bob castle boy, name meaning baby or secure Sasicano.
Oh, okay.
And I mean baby a da. And there be was secure the baby in the moon. To a train, Yakova. Because I said, nobody has I said, I'm in the cuckoo, there's an indoor control media. The other that's what you cook and mamma do at for media. What I say? Cuckoo situation.
The project, everything is from your
end. Say, one is secure, Sicano. Was secure saying. On the train. I will not come and sit here, Sam. Project ni bibia.
Say be a dedicated funding. Ya a free ankran bi anasa adwumako ho bia ba. Eno na wo mo de ya adwuma ne de enye sa eneti.
But even me, as we speak, we have done a lot of things that are precondition for us securing the funding. So what we have started is the government of Ghana component.
Okay. Until the support never ban and
these are the preconditions that one Ghana government up to this level. We could do this level. Ghana government has a compensation for these affected victims. Ghana government is relocating war along the stretch. What I say, and when we are done, what I say, we have signed an agreement for the project, and I know minister to force it, and the government Kwame signed in 2025 after President Mahama had gone to Japan and held discussions that was compelling.
Kotoka International Airport wimsien jinabia Ghana mu na ne obefiri Ghana mu atukwan akobia ye bebre amahodo so a Ehwa ena obefa na no ena nansan mu ebeye he wo my Ghana mu na yedi hu komo se aban na ye nadwene se opese kotoka edin na eda international airport so no said ye beya osan ede bekọ ne dadam akane nanka ye frɛ no Accra International Airport na no enam so bi ama enrada krata ba abonten ya e kire se aban no ene mpanimfo anya agye atom ama yasesa edin no ede free kotoka International Airport abepiemu Accra International Airport na eno enam so bi ma eneyi emrahye bedwafie ena ensentrofo ebo apni Honorable Joseph Bukari Nikwe bono ena obepiemu ebo omai Ghana mu ha woye Minister for Transport ena bonum ebusa ne se Honorable ensem ya yetete ye se ampara mo pese mo change di yate se ane mo de krata babonten a e kire se edin no masesa no na emu nkyeremu pa ene sen kyeremu ema Ghana fo entimi entiase na wonhunu die ntia aban no atimi asigina ye sei na ebra Honorable Joseph Bukari Nikwe kasano sei ena wakano.
You remember that it came as a result of the NLCD 309. It was a decree that was brought to set a trust to cater for the families of Kotoka and other soldiers who were killed along that time. And it happened that he was killed at the forecourt of the airport. And so if you look at the decree, its intention was to set a trust to take care of the families of the soldiers who were killed. And so if you look within it, they decided to honor him by introducing or renaming the airport after him. But the purpose of the decree was to establish a trust. Now, there was no any legislature in Parliament to finalize it. And so there is no anything in it for Parliament to amend or Parliament to legislate. It was an executive order that was given to recognize somebody who was killed at the forecourt of the airport. And the rightful thing is for us to come to an executive announcement again that the name is reverted to its original name. Airports are named by the executive orders, all our airports. That is why when we changed the Kubutali International to Tamale International, there was no any legislation. When we changed the Prempre Regiment, the second international, there's no any legislation. So Accra is not an exceptional airport. What
and no and central focus so epim no ebusa no say Honorable when you need say e de ekapa and a bebre o my Ghana if you say ensisan ya hodo akoso ni nyina eyeka na Honorable Nikwe ede etu say oh ensisan ya eba no enya de a ebeye eka ede ama Ghana if you say ensisan ya hodo gu akwamu a eho ankasa no bonum etu ho sa na wadi hu dwuma dada enti eka bia ni ho a ewo mu.
The good news for us is that all these organizations that control aviation, since the name change of Accra to Kotoka, have not changed the country code. Accra still maintains the country code DGAA, IATA and Accra still maintain the country code ACC. So there's nothing to change at the international level. The only thing to change is the signages and the billboards that we have. But Kotoka as a company, they already have the vendors who produce their letterheads on daily basis for them. So it's not a new contract. It's just a matter of Kotoka is now out. The same vendors who were doing their letterheads, their stamps, are the same companies to continue to now change just a while of Kotoka and it will be Accra. So what will be the cost there? We're already renovating the airport. We're already doing construction of the airport to make it function properly. And some of those things would have been destroyed and rebranded. It's just the matter of the Kotoka out and the Accra in. So what will be the cost? Even though there will be some cost to it, but it's not that cost that somebody will care about. It's going to be a minimum because of the renovation. The cost involved will be very, 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 very small as compared to other airports that you have to deal international, regional, and national. Ours is just going to be our old vendors who
said the Beya Sika who do ya by Eddie Juma, Ewo, Natsina Yemu, one more and say no. Now when you Sikani Basa, now 7 previous our day at Jenny, Ebetu Sika dear Huntino, Ghana by at the Krata Son Shishaye, ya what to deem value for money office bill, and nam Oswafo Jessica Sam, so Dr. Casella to force and so. Eddie Aquatu Ghana Rashabe de Fie and there. Esasa won me ho adwuma na wode won sa hya ase agitu mu ma ne beye emra na mpanimfo ebo amane se ebetimi aboa pa dada aban enwuma ne atenaye ahodo mu contract sika no edwafie no Dr. Casella to forcing o mai photo samfo ekyerese ebeboa ama enkontabuo mapa ye ne perepeye adane ho adi said ye na won mo hya ni mu sa daachim or the value for money office so beba na itimi ahye aban enwuma so ebra wo mo hya ase aye contract
seek to address chronic inefficiencies in the public financial management system, particularly those arising from inflated contracts, abandoned projects, cost overrun, and wasteful spending. By institutionalizing a value for money framework, this bill aims to ensure that every cedi spent by the government delivers the maximum possible benefit to citizens in terms of economy, efficiency, effectiveness, equity, and sustainability. Funded oversight institutions with the technical mandate before major contracts are awarded, monitor compliance and ensure sanctions where violations occur. The overarching objective is to ensure discipline, reduce waste, promote public confidence, and strengthen the governance and accountability architecture of the bill. Also seeks to institutionalize value money oversight and transform public financial management landscape of the country by reducing contract inflation and wasteful expenditure and ensuring uniform pricing across government. Finally, this bill seeks to strengthen fiscal discipline and accountability, enhance public trust and investor confidence, and align Ghana with international best practices in public financial management. Right Honorable Speaker, globally, countries such as United Kingdom, Canada, Singapore, Slovakia, and United States have established statutory framework on value for money. The Speaker, in the UK, for example, they've established the National Audit Office for Value for Money. The Canada Ministry of Finance as an independent body. The United States, for example, also.
Yetwa kasiane so ediama dia ye ka wo se oko Facebook a ye stream live sanso ena ye YouTube no Fache TV ubenya ya hwe ewo ho na wa subscribe na wa share sanso ena www.facheonline.com enso ubenya nsem ne bi akenkan ewo ho na yentoa so na yenfomo enko oman yimfimfin mantam mu na emfimfin mantam se de yabo amane a na hodo a atwa mu no athletic competition ya na ekoso ewo honom so do ene Obrempong school no emofra ekokyere ka so na wonum tutu abo ene ntokwa hodo a ekoso no eno enam so ama apamu a criminal and investigation department wo ye panimpa eda no Lydia Yako Donko enei wodi nkomo ena wo kyere mu se wonum ede kokopa warning kese ede ma Justice Kojo Frimpong ya wono ena ye headmaster Edima Swedro School of Business se wonhwe na abofra na wo video nim na wono ena wototo abo na wo buru ninua no wonhwe se obeyi na pie wo mano 24 hour se wanyina mpia ene de wonum de beye no wono ankasa enye ne de na ebra mame Yako Donko Lydia edi nkomo no sei ena woka ne nsem.
Start by saying, are you confirming that is your shirt or your uniform? Somebody has worn your uniform to create such a scene or to conduct himself in such a manner. It is giving your school a bad name. So I'm sure you are concerned that is your school shirt. That's because I wanted you to confirm that is your school shirt. So if that is your school shirt and somebody has worn it, it's attacking a fellow human being in such a manner. As a school, you should be concerned to find out who are the people behind that shirt wearing it. Not so to hand them over to the police. So I am mentioning now that I am giving you 2 hours to produce the people in that shirt who attacked the boy. In 24 hours as now. Because as law enforcement, when incidents of this nature occur, and we have to investigate, we have to arrest. We have a number of ways in which we can make that arrest. But because this is a school environment, we are not going to adopt one of those means. That is why I'm giving you as school authorities that task to produce them. And if you fail to produce them, the means by which law enforcement employs to fish out suspects, we are going to adopt. But because this is a school environment and other innocent students who were not part of the sports or were not part of that assault, because what we are seeing, it is not an act of indiscipline by students, it is a criminal act which is clearly spelled out in our Criminal Offences Act. You understand? So if we are going to
Eno COP Lydia Yako Donko ono ena CID onum eboso eno no na wo wieye ena entwaso no ene se posifo hwehwemu ahodo a wonum eye no yebetumi abo amane aka kire se wonsa ka emofra no mienu na emofra mienu yi ene bosomi ya yewomu ya 23rd ena wonum ebo amane se but de emofra mienu ede koma posifo ede efa video na eko viral na wonum achi obrachre suku ni ya wonum birim no birimto no eno enam so bi ama suku fo mienu a wonum free Swedro School of Business wonum ede wonmo headmaster edi animu ema wonum de womo akoshe domestic affairs department no wono ena ye headmaster ewo honom ne din ene Mr Michael ni Kwaku Boston wono ena edi animu ede suku fo mienu baako edi emfie no emfinsia edu nwoche ya ne din ede Benedict AFIA sanso ena baako so eye Bilal Mahmoud wono so edi emfinsia no edu nwoche wonum aposifo ensa aka wonum a wo CID akache na woboa ama hwehwemu pa atimi akoso se de beya yebehunu asem no ne poma sibre na eno enam so ama aposifo ahye se obi biada a wonso wonim se wo ka ho no ene dan ho pa ansa na ye na nkasa aposifo no abechewo se wana wo ho di na aposifo no hwehwemu ebesi wo so na wonsa kan wa ene wo bebre pa eno enam so bi ama afutuo akọ ediama asukufo ene suku ahodo a wonum ewo empotamu honom kire se wonhwe pa se de beya wobetumi ahwe ama discipline aye adwuma na akoso ewo suku mu honom na aboa ama adekire ne adesua entia mokọ suku mu honom no etimi akoso na ebra asukufo ne bi kasa no sei bi na wode etu.
You are the victim. What exactly caused this festival?
The tears thrown at me when I was looking for a place to sit, so that I'll use the medicine on my eye. That's what happened.
So you were basically just looking for a place to sit?
Yes, it happened unexpectedly.
Okay. So, but tell us, you're saying you didn't do anything to provoke?
No, I didn't do anything. I was just standing there. And they started throwing the stone.
What happened when they started throwing the stones?
I wasn't looking. I saw my colleagues running, but I didn't know what was happening. So by the time I realized, the stone came to hit me.
So you're saying you didn't do anything to these particular students?
No, I didn't do anything to them.
What would you want to?
Beye abosumi mienu pepe nie ena wate committee ya watu ni din se committee for the elevation of districts and municipalities edi adwuma hye won monsa said won fa wani any assembly mensini any kropon no dwumadie mu na wo mebom panimfo amane ne esafata se wo pagya won mu dibre mu ekwa animu no won mo ye ne sa pese de beye pepe mamu ya panimfo epesa won mo ye no ebetumi akoso na committee a wote ye no Owura Johnson ese edun ketia na ode ne to ano se chairman And then one more area where Juma at the recommendations and so see na koma ashaya a shampotemu amemu. Ahensemu and afe esumfe kodwumadie so na recommendations are one more dia bano ekyerese 33 districts any municipalities and one person penifo epeja one more to me anyone dibremu ema wonya dibre foforo nti de wo mu ene sem 12 municipalities one peja mu emfanko metropolitan status na fe district ba ko so one peja ni to me mu enko metropolitan assembly na 20 districts so ewo ho a esese wodo wo mo eko municipal status na said owura Johnson ase edun katia wo yetetere ni ema basum ko no ebo na mani
which would be reviewed and approved. I don't think it is fitting and proper for us to go into the details of what we have recommended. Suffice it to say that the committee found it necessary to recommend for upgrading 12 existing municipalities into metropolises, and then one district to be upgraded straight to a metropolis because of very compelling reasons. And then when it comes to the upgrading of districts to municipalities, we have recommended 20 districts to be upgraded into municipalities. Now, beyond the recommendation for upgrade, we also found it necessary to bring other recommendations that are aimed at strengthening local governance and decentralization. And we believe that if these recommendations are implemented, it will not be necessary in future to establish such a committee. The upgrade will take the form of automaticity. A district fulfills those things.
Minister for Chief Tensi, religious and local government, Yera Ahmed Ibrahim, one also edge report in yen or dia basobo Emma committee where Juma one majina so bad was me near one my ye. Was in then crata what the amano no elbow quine up to her amam penning for and quine power bet to me a faso. Abua amam potemo amemo a mo apeja. Nan quan cobase bibia bequa cojina and crow akesi munemo or bear pepe, not mention bia and yan puntu.
Improve governance and accelerate equitable development across our metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies. Today marks the successful completion of that assignment. I wish to commend the chairman and members of this hard-working committee for the diligence, professionalism, and sense of duty with which you discharge your responsibilities before time. As outlined in your terms of reference, you were tasked to perform the following. 1. To review relevant information and data available to the ministry and other agencies relating to the upgrading of districts. 2. To undertake, where necessary, field visit to selected districts and municipalities to engage and opinion leaders. 3. To engage, where necessary, relevant agencies, ministries, departments, and others. And 4. To make any other recommendations to the Honorable Minister on reforms to strengthen local governance and decentralization. And finally, to submit a report and make appropriate recommendations within 8 months, within 8 weeks, for the necessary action. And I'm happy to tell you, to announce that the committee, if you take the Christmas break away, the committee was able to discharge its mandate within 6 weeks.
Wo asante mantemu ne okopiemu ewo ahafano southwest mensini no emu a ehonum na cocoa akuafo ya wonum aka won ho abomu na wofre won ho concerned cocoa farmers na wode tu dwase hwe Ghana enam cocoa ebo ya yate so no enipa bebre na ekasa eno nti wode tu dwa na wakire mu se momiantwe ye ho amfiri politics m cocoa na yede ye politics ochina na yede ye politics adebachi na yede ye politics no yentwe ye ho amfamfiri ho pa efise amanyosem emmoa ema cocoa wonum cocoa board no enyina brane eno nti opanimpa ya okọ mansini mu a ene 2025 national best farmer wano ena egiye ne din ede Mr. Edward Kwame Yeboa na wode tuja wano na yekofa bai ya wokofa concerned cocoa farmers association no wokofa bai ena wo kire mu say aban no waye na fom de pa wabɔ modern bo hwɛ sɛdeɛ eboa wode ma no akuafo ani so de ewom sesa na so wode tutu amanhodoɔ so edwadie ya yedie no a enkamenya yɛ sɛ aban na yɛ ade pa ya wo boa sɛdeɛ bɛya cocoa no wonum sector no betumi agina brane na enwuo na daachi bia no wo ma betumi asan akosoa ede djuma eno nti de aban aye ne de eyade a eho hia pa na mom okosoa esre aban no se aban no enhwe na enioma ahodo pii no ebo hono mu a wonfam wakwam na enhyehyeye bi wo hono mu a wonhyehyem fanto se de beya 70% wonum ebetumi ede ato ho na wode aboa cocoa sector no ene cocoa akuafo Ebra Honorable Mr. Edward Kwame Yeboa Kasano Sebi and Wakano.
Our agenda this morning is about politics in cocoa farming, which I will urge all the political parties to stop doing politics in the cocoa industry because it will not farmers at all. We farmers, we don't do politics because government will come, government will go. But we cocoa farmers, we remain still. We are there for the country. We are there to provide more cocoa for the country get more income. So politicians should stop using the cocoa for their political issues. Yes. About the cocoa pricing, I said it is across, it's a global problem. And as of now, the price has been reduced from 3,625 to 2,587, which farmers are not happy about it. But as it is a global issue, we have nothing to do about it. We have to calm down and then accept what the leadership has done. As they have added a lot of principles about the pricing, they said, the government and the cocoa board said,
what the kokobo ama enkroto ya wo enkran epoye FM won matiti ho nyina sa wonya hweye na ahonidie mu oha woni atorenchem bia hyase aboboba ene san ba bia won mugu bola ewo Eastern Corridor Greater Accra region no eho eya yema enti se bola no ebo peso a ebetumi akofa wo haw abre won mapomuden ebra kokobo ne ba no sa abre kro no a na wo soafo wo hwempotamu amamu ahensem ene esom dwumadie so owura Ahmed Ibrahim wono so de na dwumadie mu aprobo akopie mu e wo sa biaye ho na eyetema control dam site ena won mo ka ho asemi enrajo ebra minister ekoduru ye no ena wo bo amaniese empanimfo abo wo homode pa ena won ma hwe sa dam site ne so free bretentene abesi sa brei na edon yi mu ya eho aye mano de won mu enhye danim bibia ya wo beye afa ho eno nti ena won mu ede kokobo ema wo manfo ya etete ho se won mu anya ahweyi a ebetimi akofa wo haw abra won mu apomuden ebra minister ekonom panisi enteso nko a enante enti woni tema metropolitan chief executive Mame Ebi Bright eka ho no mokoye afekpon katamanso MCE Samuel Tete Kwashi Morton ena Ashaiman MCE Freeman Chepo ɛna mpanimfo ɛwɔ ministry ɛna Waste Landfill Company Limited mo nyinaa ka ho a wɔn mo kɔyɛ Minister Ahmed Ibrahim say animanimu ya mpanimfo obibi a wɔn mo bɛyɛ a wɔnyɛ ansana saa dam site no ɛyɛ mabro so a akɔfa wɔ haw abrɛ ɔmanfo apɔmuden.
So we chose it wise to come today with the city authorities and the ministry leadership to come and interact with the staff and the contractor here, whether what we were being told is true or not. If yes, what information given to His Excellency the President? I know under the current circumstances, we have about $25 million from the World Bank that was supposed to be used to develop a landfill site. We also know a private sector is developing an integrated waste management treatment plant at Agomeda. If all those things were to be in place, we wouldn't be facing the crisis that we are being faced. As a minister, if I also sit down without coming to have a look at it, then I'm going to tell the president and the finance minister that in about a month time or two, there will be sanitation crisis. When that time comes, we will be blamed. So our visit here today is to come and have a look at it as to whether what we are being told is true. As we have come, the contractor, the mayor, and the MCE have all told me that in fact, they have only 1 month. And even we are in the dry season. So if in a month's time, this whole of Accra waste are not going to get anywhere to dump their waste, it's going to be a serious problem. They can also not move from Accra East to Accra West, somewhere in Sawam, before they will be able to dispose of their domestic or industrial or other waste. It's going to be a serious problem. So yes, it is true. We are sitting on sanitation time bomb, and we are going.
Yento akase no so ne yankonsam foforo mu asi ho se obekon ama ayemwa wono eyi die de sre to Ghana de hye nyina anim se wonwan kraman ene enkranam awie bebrebe e wo my Ghana mu firi se wono ye ayemwa ya okrate wono mu na wo mo bo nipa ho ban enti akwaba ne se wo manfo etugu mmoawa etesa so na wode wo mo ye hanam na da bia wo kum wono mo twetwe awia na wotietia emmoa no fa hodie so nipa wo ba amane eye owura Eric Jerry Edu Executive Director Emma Institute of Community Sustainability na anopai woni kwadwomafo ena twetwe nkomo e wo daybreak dwumadie so ya wo bossa amane.
It's against their right. They are family. They are not meat. They have a soul. What I told you, like I said, na nkukoni, mponchini, nenche na yewini so. All right. The animal.
Ebusia ye besra samode be owura Edu ne kasa edi kan no asemu twetwe kakra na enye no nko wo kan ye wose de am ne wasori agina ya wo kasa de ma emmoa yi edie ni won fa hodie nyina ne se ase eye abeje akonwa atena so e wo my Ghana mu wo komia mia bia wo mo hyeda wo afasha emmoa etete sa sakraman ne nkra na wo kum wonom ya wo re wonom na omanfo nkan hunu se wonom nya emmoa otimi ku wo mo se nam nko a na mom wonom eye ayemmo a omanfo ne wonom tie na wo san ba wo ho ban no nti na wo mo sre mpanimfo sa wanso ano a e do haw e be badaache
wo Ghana high na Ghana sanke ba me say o say vinjam wani in chama ba heart debi
enti empendodo a wo mo we no na de asemo aba na se oman mu eni se ye we nkra ne nkraman no
I really not dosu. Arena does every weekend. They have a program. Uka Sama, almost Baga party. Every weekend, we come about 20. No more. I'm check it whether it's a common or rabies and now there was zoonotic diseases. They have a soul. Young bon coming in your say and you are more. So make us a companion. Uko Bible Mukampa, Abel. Nyakupo Kachani said, also Ujani here AFIA. One catch one fan coming and I say Jamwa. They have a soul, they have a family. We don't have to consume them.
Alright, Jerry Edu, and what say, what then how to just we na dosu. Timpany phone shirt, now one see a man for quine set. Upon Chekoko, Kramainam, and I feel Kra Joseph, and also a year or Kranam ya one more in a basano, or beshe na wajai waste to Nabusia. Ye jina na nyumre ya kasia ya de beso mo of Fache TV so no ya dini na baby ye Millennium Construction ejumekuo no na ho aseda eye ne dia wasem mfanto animo ababawa abrantie ya wasiso woda achi ehia eno ntifri sabre ya na ni Millennium fonto kese pesika kakra koma wonom na wo mpa asase ntoma asase no sede ne kasia etie bia ne baby a wo pa atonom Millennium bedi wonim na won matwa bi ama wa asase ne bi nso dada Bibia bebom ti wo pesika no dia ya de foforo na apesa wo ton a fa kwose Millennium fonsa na da wo dem ho medwodwo ho wo mo be patofo na wo wi a wafro mo aba abaji wo sika wo asase a wo si wo dream house esiso a wono mo nko ane contractors a yebetimi ade ensase ambo adi wo ho adanse so wo 15 years experience e wo construction adwumako no munti wo mo see your dreams e ma ne be reality e pillar molds blocks ani adanse ho niam ahodo and a wopatwa Millennium Construction ebema obiato Kumase Boshen na Yas Junction and ejumekui one more akache ewo fanambes no go screen ne so no na ene wo mo ntwetwe enkomo emfa wo ha no a eye construction de no ehu wo mo nti ena da bia ye de kase beso mo ewo Fache TV so ma kenkan for enumre eye me AFIA tumwa ketwe meniminu abema
Obrempong Lisbon Perry
Yabada nyina se ni amamumbo enishe